So we saw the behavior, and one of the behaviors that we saw was like, if people could post for free, they would spam.
Right.
So we like one of the things we learned, right, was that we need to have listing fees.
Mm-hmm.
So remember, go back to our original intention. The reason we launch a beta is to learn about behavior, so we can integrate into that core product.
Right.
So what we've been doing, right, is we're using our designers to design the new Greymarket experience over this time, and we get our dev team to build up the back end, the smart contracts, the front end, the different interfaces between those things, and try innovate on new and novel ways to like purchase things online.
Right.
Looking at like all the existing stuff out there. So, for instance, we looked at the OpenSea Seaport contract. It's a trustworthy thing that facilitates billions of dollars in trade. Like that's a valuable thing to look at when you're looking at commerce.
Right.
Yeah.
And ultimately, we get back to our original statement, which is how can you buy something with cryptocurrency online? There's all of this money out there. In a recent TikTok, actually, I said the amount. I don't have it handy, but basically, there's all of Ethereum out there with like hundreds of millions of dollars of market cap that can't be utilized in trade right now. So that's why we've been working on the Greymarket, to figure out like how can we create a system or a site, and yeah, that's what we've been doing.
Right.
We're creating the first commerce platform for Web3 that is fully integrated with smart contracts.
Yep.
Right? It's all visible. Yeah, that's what we've been doing.
Yeah, and I mean to your point there is, especially in a market like this, right? There's a lot of ETH and Sol and Polygon, whatever you want to choose, sitting in people's wallets because the only thing they really can do with it is buy NFTs. But if they could buy something else, maybe they would, and maybe that would, like you said, your platform is going to open up new opportunities.
It's not just tech, right?
Right.
Like
It's
we
not
have
just
to we have to like expand our business development, so we have to make partnerships with merchants so they can
Right.
sell things on there.
right.
We have to make sure those guys are comfortable with cryptocurrency and have all the systems in place to like sell.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
you
you're
have to
doing
align,
biz
like,
dev
custom
now. Your company's growing in multiple facets, right? Right. Any other new things that the market has kind of brought about that you weren't anticipating, or you're spending a lot more time, like you said? And I think we talked, offline a while back, and you're like, man, I'm spending a lot of time in biz dev. And maybe that was unexpected as to how much time. Are there any other facets that this gray market are bringing up that you didn't anticipate?
Yeah, unanticipated things. I think just I'm gonna say just I'm gonna
all of
cop out here. It's just absolute cop out. Everything. So, we got to make sure that marketing is good, right?
Right.
And I'm gonna overbeg my position. Like every team member works really hard.
Right.
So like I work hard, even our staff, like they work exceptionally hard. Like we're a startup, right? And like all of these things, all these moments are do or die. So like if we don't get vendors on board for that launch date, then we can't launch our product. It's a two-sided market.
Right.
So every single piece, every single person is performing these critical functions, and just making sure that like they all realize the importance of their individual positions and points, and even like you were saying before, making sure people could work through the FUD.
Right.
Like, because we're people, man. Our staff are people, and they see all this stuff as well. They're like, if everyone doubts you, then like, well, why should we believe?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maintaining that is still a tremendous challenge.
And then my natural next question, which I think most people's heads go to, this has got to be a legal nightmare, right? Now a legal nightmare in the sense that you're on a worldwide economy dealing with multiple different crypto laws and exchanges. How in the hell?
Taxes.
How are you navigating that son bitch? Because I don't want to be you. That's a problem to solve.
Okay, we're based out of Dubai,
Uh-huh.
which helps us a bit. So we're incorporated here.
Okay.
which is where a legal entity is.
Uh-huh.
You know, we're going to deal with, data collection laws. We're going to deal with shipping and tax laws. So the onus of, like, for instance, the onus of paying taxes is upon the merchants themselves,
Right.
Yeah.
right? But we provide the facility to say, I'm here, and I need to collect taxes here. So that we provide the facility to, like, enable merchants to collect their correct taxes. So all the facilities are there for correct taxation. If you're buying something, like, let's say from New Zealand, getting it sent to Australia, like, you don't have to pay, I believe you don't have to pay GST on that, right? But if you're shipping within the same country, like you go from US to US, or let's say you're going from California to California,
Yeah.
there's going to be a sales tax there, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, enabling sales, the correct sales collection, even shipping, right? Like having the different shipping prices, different continents and stuff, and allowing people to ship to the right country. There's a whole raft of complexity there.
Yeah. And so are you, I think my question is, how are you now? Like, for instance, perfect example, I shit you not, I went on Amazon, I got gazebo room dressing. I can't ship it to Dubai. So the only way I can get you gazebo room dressing is I order it from Amazon to my front door, then I put it in a package in the post office, and then I have to send it to you personally. How does all of
I
that?
probably have to pay, like, duty on that as well.
Yeah, and now that
Only if you declare it.
and now that $10 gazebo room dressing is $60, right?
Yeah,
so
sounds about right.
So what I'm getting at is, again, crypto and NFTs are solving an interesting financial situation, as in it's a universal money, but there's logistics of getting shit to places. So how are you looking at that? And like, do you have a team taking care of that? Or is it on the member selling to take care of that? Is it more of like an eBay type of thing where, like, if you sell or buy this shit, because you're dealing with what I'm assuming, what you were alluding to, biz dev, like real companies. So the company's taking care of all of that logistics?
Yeah. So, yeah, companies take care of logistics. And within our platform, you can set the delivery zones. So when a user is searching for something, they will say, I want to be able to deliver to the US.
Okay.
Right? I want to be able to deliver to the UK.
Okay.
Right? This needs to be able, I'm searching for items in the UK. So, like, if the vendor or the merchant has set that zone as someone they sell at, and they've set the delivery item for that price, the user will be able to buy from that vendor. But
Gotcha.
like, let's say, like, I'm based in, I don't know, Japan, right? And I sell only to Japan. If you're searching in America and you select America as your delivery address, California, let's say, you can't see that item. You can navigate to it directly, and it will be like, this item does not ship to your country. But if you're searching for it, you won't see it.
So
Gotcha.
It only shows you what you can get.
Gotcha. Okay. So all of those guardrails are taken in place, handled by either the peer-to-peer situation or the company that's selling the good or item. Makes sense.
Correct. Yeah, and we're not launching with a peer-to-peer market. So our goal is to, like, launch only with trusted merchants.
Gotcha.
Because it's a huge risk to allow third parties, like, to sell in an unmoderated, unregulated environment.
Right.
So one of the things that I see in the Web3 space, which is incredibly important, is identity. Right? So if you represent yourself, you have like a hexagon Twitter profile picture, you got a verified avatar, right? People know it's, like, linked and on the blockchain.
Right.
We want to leverage that tool for, like, sellers to verify themselves as, like, an individual that is in possession of a specific wallet, can build up a reputation. And, like, are they KYC'd? Have they had a massive sales history? Is the sales history, like, not contrived? Like,
right.
You can see if transactions are, like, repeated on the blockchain, if people are, like, funneling the same money around. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of cool shit you can do once you get that base platform in place.
Gotcha.
Sure.
And you're
So let me
go ahead, Manny.
Yeah, here's my question is, I understand with the platform what you're doing and what you're going for, right? If a person is watching this and they're saying, "Okay, I've been following you since the beginning. I got a pre-sale spot. I minted. I have a ghost. W- This market anybody can use in Web3. So let's connect those two dots. If I've been part of this community, what do I get as how is all of this helping me for helping you essentially create the capital to do this as a ghost holder?"
Correct. Cool. That's a great question. So I think this is one of the key things that we've always talked about. We are creating an ecosystem, right? So
Yep.
ghosts generate PXN tokens every day. Every ghost gets 2, and we're looking at ways to accelerate that in the future with some other systems. I won't go into that now though, but we have some pretty cool plans. To list on the grey market, or if you're a merchant and an item sells, you have to pay a listing fee. That listing fee is charged in PXN tokens. The only people that generate PXN tokens are ghosts, right?
Okay.
So there's a symbiotic relationship here between the success of the grey market and ghost holders, right? Because you need to have those tokens to list things.
Gotcha.
Mm.
But
Okay. So if somebody is not a holder, has no PXN tokens, how do they list on the market? How would they get those tokens to
They have
list?
to buy the PXN tokens, right?
so
So
you
then
can
is
buy
there a
them
secondary
off.
market to purchase those?
I can't talk about LPs because that'll be illegal. But what should happen is secondary markets should come up, and within any kind of server, any kind of external service, you should be able to buy PXN tokens when they're registered on chain as an ERC20 token, the same way you would buy any other ERC20 token. And the cost amount would be I believe we're setting it to like 20 or 30 cents to make a listing.
Right. And so that token will take on a life of its own. But that's
one important thing to note is that we will be, so we can't expect vendors to come on board straight away and be like, pay this fee. So there'll be a process. Sorry, 1 second.
yeah, no problem.
50 cents. There we go. Sorry, I just got a message. It'll be around 50 cents to make a listing, and the equivalent of 50 cents of PXN tokens.
50 or 15?
50.
50.
Okay, 50.
Yeah.
And but
Okay.
yeah, the vendors you're bringing on, like why are they going to be like, yeah, I'll pay that fee? Or you're saying you're going to onboard some of them without having to do that?
So what we're going to do at the start is we're going to waive the fee for like a couple of months until they see successful sales.
Gotcha.
And then they'll be introduced into the ecosystem. Yeah. So I think we have to make some constellations at the start to create the ecosystem to like kind of like seed it. And yeah, so it's a little bit of a, chicken and egg kind of situation.
Sure.
But we need to like some Tinder to kind of like start that ecosystem.
Right.
Yeah.